Hey there, please pause this video, attempt this question, and like the video. It helps out the algorithm. Explain the role of adrenaline in during exercise. So firstly, adrenaline is created in the adrenal glands, which is found by the kidneys, just above the kidneys, and it's released by them. And what adrenaline is doing is trying to prepare you for flight or flight, we say. So either you're going to fight or you're going to run away. And the way you're doing this is by increasing your breathing rate so you could get maximum amount of oxygen to your muscles. The bronchi, which is found over here, actually widens so you could get the maximum amount of air. In specific, we're trying to get as much oxygen as possible. And what also happens is your glycogen is getting converted into glucose because glucose is needed for respiration. Glycogen is how glucose is stored. So all we're trying to do is maximize the amount of respiration, in specific aerobic respiration. So we need oxygen for aerobic respiration because aerobic respiration gives us the most energy compared to anaerobic respiration. Also, you get less of the side effects, but the side effects of anaerobic respiration, like, for example, your lactic acid buildup, which makes the blood more acidic, blah, blah, blah. That's not so much of a big problem when you're like trying to get away from danger or trying to fight or whatnot. The problem is with the biggest problem with this is anaerobic respiration doesn't give you the most energy per, like, glucose, you could say. Also, blood is diverted from the intestines. So your body is not trying to digest food so much. It is diverted from the intestines and it flows more to the muscles where you're actually going to do the action. So this is all the effects that it has on exercise. And I don't know if I already mentioned this, but your breathing rate, of course, increases, but also your heart rate. So you're pumping more blood per second, so you could maximize the amount of blood going to your muscles. So there's a part of the brain known as the hypothalamus over there. Okay, and this monitors your blood plasma, and it notices if the water levels are low. So in this question, they're asking, if I go back, they're asking during exercise, water is lost. So that part of the brain is going to detect that water loss. How does it respond? Well, what happens is that part of the brain actually produces ADH. Okay, now the ADH is stored in the pituitary gland. Okay, so it's stored in the pituitary gland, and when the water levels get too low, the pituitary gland releases ADH. Now the ADH affects is the target of the ADH is actually in the kidneys. Now, what the kidneys are going to do is it's going to make the walls of the kidneys more permeable to water. Basically, water will be reabsorbed back into the blood. So your brain is constantly monitoring if you need to release ADH. If it does release ADH because you have too little water, the walls of the kidneys will become more permeable and allow the water to get reabsorbed by osmosis. Now, as a result, the urine is going to be more concentrated and have less water actually in it, and a higher concentration of salts and urea. And the actual walls, we call it the collecting ducts, but that is separate. Is it more to do with the kidneys? But if you gave some of those points, you would have got 4 marks. Thank you very much. Like the video and subscribe. I post daily GCSE content. Thank you. Bye-bye.